do I have a video for you? So, it is the 1st of July, 2016. That means two things. It's my mom's birthday, so she's 36. Woo! Alright, yeah, whatever. Okay, that was lame. The woo, okay, yeah. And that also means in 6 more days, it's gonna be Madison's birthday, so Madison's gonna be 2. Isn't that cute? Anyway, yeah, I remember when I was 2. That's like my earliest memories when I was 2. Not, 2 months old, but 2. Yeah. But let me tell you about this stuff. Wow. It just kind of just keeps showing you about how, one, I guess the world surprises you, and two, how the world can be like, like, just shit. Like, really. Just keep presenting you, like, constant, unexpected shit. Yeah, well, let me tell you the beginning. The main manager guy, right? He was like, yeah, well, come here at 7. I think I even said it like in my last video. Sitting in the same damn spot. That's where I made the last video about this job, right? It was like, you know, job interview and stuff like that. That's what it was called, I think. I know that's vague. I've made plenty of videos like that, right? Because I've had so many fucking interviews. So many fucking interviews that doesn't go anywhere. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Or you show up and they're like, oh, well, the position has been filled. Or, whatever. Haven't looked at your application, but let's talk it over, right? Yeah, gone to so many fucking interviews. Filled out so many fucking applications. This guy, he's like, okay, so at 7, he said, come at the store at 7. I remember in the very beginning, this guy was talking about coming in and starting work at like 5:30 in the morning, right? He was asking me about that. He was like, are you available to work at like 5:30 in the morning? And in my head, I'm like, what? Fool? Now, these people, they open at like, 9 a.m. and they close at like 11 p.m. Something like that. I don't know. I can't really remember right now. But yeah. I came here, like I said, at 7. Not now. It's, how long is it now? I'm gonna see let me see what time it is. It's 9:06. So I came at 7. Now, when he told me this on the phone, this is what, like this last week, right? I asked him, okay, because he's the first one who did this. He said, okay, come in for your first, for your first training day. That's what he said. That's what he fucking said. And anyway, I said, okay. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, let me ask him. Let me check, right? Make sure this is indeed, in fact, a fucking training day. It's going to count. Because I remember at the interview, right? It kind of reminds me of like recruiters for the military or whatever kind of bullshit, right? They make it sound so fucking good. And then you get in there and it's like, well, damn. This is a completely different job for what I actually, was told, right? I was told I'd be doing this, this, and this, not this, this, and this, and here I am doing everybody's work, right? And no extra pay. Anyway, like, why am I always the one who they ask to stay back and wash the fucking dishes for the extra 3 hours after they've already had me clock out, right? Or, I remember one time at Moe's, right? I found out, even KFC, I think this happened one time, but yeah, they would just randomly clock me out. I know this is different, everything, different story, but I'm just saying. It just goes to show, like, these grimy jobs, they're just, and people, they're not really trustworthy, and you have to remember a job is a job, right? There's underground stuff, that happens, right? Stuff you don't know about, policies and all this crap that happens, they don't tell you about, and things change all around you, and suddenly, like I said, you're doing a completely different job, or you're doing a job that, you're overqualified for, right? You're not even supposed to be doing. You're doing like the manager's job, and the manager's work, fetching ice and fetching, whatever materials, right? In your car, using your gas. You're not paid any extra for that, right? They tell you, or they ask you, ask you, right? They're really telling you. There's like this implied fucking pressure that they put to you when they ask you, hey, go ahead and do that, right? Go ahead and clean that up, or go take this trash out. And I find most of the jobs I've had, they don't ask, they blatantly tell you. And I guess that's better than asking when you're not really asking, because that's a thing of mine. I don't like that. I don't like when people, they insinuate that you should, right? They make it seem like a suggestion, but they really mean, hey, you should do this, right? Especially at jobs, you get that. And then you get in trouble, right? When you don't do, I'm just saying, like, this is stuff I find at jobs, like, they have a group of 15 people out, right, standing in a hallway. And they say, it's best if someone probably does this, like takes out the trash or puts away this or whatever. And then let's say 10 minutes goes by of that shift and, X, Y, and Z that they asked, is it done? And they happen to turn to you and they're like, why haven't you done this yet? When you've already been swamped and busy with all your shit, right? Again, picking up the extra slack for other people who aren't doing certain things, right? So you're busy, but yet they insinuate and they threaten and try to intimidate you with some bullshit about how you're not doing your job, or they're going to write you up, or what. All I know is that, yeah. This is another one of those things. It's just, it's the underground shit, I'm sitting here thinking to myself in my mind, like, let me make sure all this is official, right? So I asked him on the phone. This is a guy on the phone call. I'm like, okay, so this is in fact a training day, right? He said, correct. I said, I'm going to start my first day. He said, yeah. I said, okay, and I'm also going to be filling out official paperwork, right? Because, he's like, yeah. I don't want to be, because in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to be filling out paperwork, but then, I want to get paid for all the time I've been here. I've been here for 2 hours. I didn't get paid for how long I stayed here, right? But I'm going to get to that. Now, sat there and waited. They're like, okay, come on back, fill out the paperwork. Basically, within the paperwork, she's talking about something else versus what he talked to me about. Remember that video I made, right? Team, shift leader, crew, leader, member, I don't know, whatever the hell you want to call it. I told you about these jobs and the fancy titles, man, but I was kind of pumped. I was like, okay, well, hey, this is something different, right? I haven't sat down the actual interview with that fool, and I told him, yeah, this is what, I applied for, and, it was pretty out there that, this is my mindset. But he's the one who mentioned something completely different, He was talking to me about the crew team shift leader position. I didn't bring that up, he did, right? And it's not maybe he thought you were someone else he was talking to. No, right? He was talking to me. He knew what he was doing, right? It's like that recruiting shit, right? So he's talking about all this other shit, and he's talking about a completely different thing. Now today, when I sit down and filling out the paperwork, I have this other manager lady, whatever. Apparently, she's the official team shift leader. I remember at the last interview, whatever, the first interview I had with this guy, I think I even said it in the video. He said they still have to, fire this girl, and they still have to work things out because the, team shift leader that they have now, she wants to come to him for everything, and it's not working out, right? She's not, she doesn't know how to handle things as far as doing things on her own. She wants to come to him for everything. Anyway, he said, yeah, so this is why the position is open. This is why, basically I want you in the position. This is him talking to me. This is the interview, right? Just last week or whatever. That's what he said. And today he wants to act like he doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about when I'm sitting here confused, because that lady, apparently she was the actual team member person, right? She was the person he was supposedly talking about. Because I even asked, so there's only one team shift leader person, one official person, right? She said, yeah, that's me. I said, okay. Huh. I was confused as hell in my mind. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? She's talking to me about basically being a food prep. That is initially, yes, what I did apply for in the application. Maybe someone's like, so what are you bitching about? The point is, why would he sit down there? And this is official general store manager. Why would you sit down and talk to me about this other raised position when in fact you're going to start me out on this position? So here I'm filling out paperwork on shit that's not even really about what I want to do. And like I said, he told me to, because I asked, right? And this also shows, this is what I'm fucking talking about. Sloppy management. Sloppy ass management. Management, because I saw on the phone, this is basically how I made it sound. Oh yeah, well, because again, he told me to call him on Tuesday. I called him on Tuesday, right? It was during this phone call that he told me to come today, right? Today, which is Friday, at 7 fucking a.m. Now, anyway, today a.m. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't say that. I didn't say that in the intro, so I'm sorry. It is the 1st of July, 2016. It's Friday, now 9:14 a.m. Today a.m. Anyway, yeah. Alright, just had to be crazy. Just had to be wacky and do that. He wasn't telling me everything, even during the phone call, because I'm the one who had to step up and ask. So this is, in fact, indeed, an official training day, right? He mentioned it, he didn't really confirm it, though. Why the hell? I'm not even the fucking manager. But I'm having to try to back check and confirm and check your ass? Sloppy management. The second thing I asked, okay, so, he didn't bring up anything about paperwork, right? So I'm the one who asked that. I had to ask. I said, okay, I'm going to be filling out official paperwork, right? And he said documentation. He said, right. Because, like I said, I asked that. The only reason why I asked is because I'm like, okay, so this is a training day. Cool. But then a question popped into my head, like, wait, okay, this is a training day. I don't want to be showing up there working for a certain amount of hours, right? Learning the job or whatever. If, in fact, it's not going to be documented that I did, because I don't need these hours to go unnoticed. In other words, without pay, right? Without official clock me in status. Now, it seemed a little bit weird, even to me on the phone, when he mentioned, oh yeah, this is going to be your training day coming up. When it's like, I haven't filled out any paperwork yet. This is shit that was in my mind. How am I just supposed to be the simple-minded folk employee when he's the manager? He didn't even mention all this shit to me. Like, it just seems this common sense stuff wasn't apparent to him. This is what I'm talking about. Sloppy ass management, right? You have these idiots that are over you. Like, they don't tell you everything, or you work there for a few years, and next thing you know, you don't have a certain health insurance plan like you thought you did. Or your job changed their policies on some shit. So now your ass has to pay extra taxes or extra money or whatever. Fuck. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This underground grimy shit. This is why I always call jobs grimy jobs, because this is what it is. And it seems like, even though this isn't your standard Burger King or whatever, fuck this. Like, fuck this already. Like I said, it's just, man, I'm sitting here asking him questions and stuff, like I said, and this is today, he was in another world. He's not really explaining shit to me, and anyway, I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, man, but in my mind, I'm like, like I said, it's on the phone again. I need this to be documented as pay. And I even found it weird, like, how am I doing a training day, but I haven't signed any official paperwork yet? And that's what brought me to question. I guess I'm going to be signing paperwork saying I officially am going to be working for them the actual training day, like the beginning of the training day, or what? So that's why I asked the second question about, will I be signing any documents, right? To which he said yes. But even the fact that I had to go the extra step above the fucking manager who was supposed to lay down the line and tell me shit as it is, he didn't do that. And that really sets me off, and I don't like things that don't make sense. That is just really, I don't like that shit. That is illogical. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't like things that don't make sense. That's the fastest way to like just really piss me off. Because anyway, I'm sitting here talking to this girl. Apparently she's the main crew member, but she also does some food prep stuff on the side, and she's trying to explain to me, well, it doesn't matter what he said to you, because everyone does a little bit of the same stuff. I'm sitting here with, no, fool, you ain't gonna try to play this off. It does matter. It does matter. Obviously, if it didn't matter, why would you have different fucking position titles anyway, right? I'm saying officially on paper. Why on paper? For your checks or, for the documents that you fill out at your job. Why would it say, why would you have to fill out your specific individual job title? I'm not saying, maybe if someone's supposed to be washing dishes, right, the official dishwasher, I'm not saying, you occasionally pick up the slack and you wash dishes too. That doesn't make you on paper, right? That's not your official job title. You just happen to help out extra, pick up the slack. If you're the team shift leader, crew member, leader, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? These misleading, fancy ass titles they want to slap on themselves as if it's really any much more of a token, right? All I'm saying, really aids that pride, right? Oh, well, I'm the official CEO supervisor. Okay, good for you. slap on the wrist, buddy boy. Really, get a slap on the knee. Shoot, yeehaw. All I'm saying is, whatever. That didn't make any sense to me. She's sitting here talking about food prep stuff and chopping up this and chopping up. I don't have a problem with that. I've done it before, and if it's just chopping up vegetables, doing this, doing that, I know it's not going to be that easy because, again, a job's a job. You're going to face bullshit. You're going to have to deal with this and do that, right? It's not this easy cut commercial TV, TV's, fake as hell and, whatever anyway. It's just this hypnotizing mess, so I'm learning, right? But really, like, it's sickening how it controls your mind and what it does. But all I'm saying is, I know it's not going to be this easy breezy thing, and I accept that. The problem that I have is the fact that I'm just now finding out this is what I'm going to be doing. When in fact, he interviewed me, and he was talking about all this other shit. Again, he's the one who brought it up. He threw out this random title out the air, and again, it's not like he just happened to mistakenly say this title. No, he was talking about, what also pissed me off, he was talking about completely fucking different duties. He was talking about filling out paperwork and doing all this other shit for the store, and I said, okay, so I even asked his ass specifically, so you mean I am indeed going to be overseeing everyone else, right? Because that's what he was saying. That's how he's making it seem. But to double check, right? Because I like detail, I like the nitty gritty, and plus with these grimy ass fucks and the underground shit they do, you have to double check their ass. You have to ask double time. You have to keep asking and re-asking and, having constant affirmation and reassurance. So you mean this is what I'm going to be doing, right? When you say this, do you mean this or do you mean this? Can I indeed put this over here, or do I have to put this in this bin? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, because otherwise you end up, you didn't put the spoon in the spoon tray. We found this spoon in the fork tray, and since you're the team shift leader, that's your duty to oversee this. And because now you have a citation, this was out of line. Yes, you have to double check all the nitty gritty, because you never know, right? It takes that one shit to where things like this slips up, and then everything's messed up. You don't even know what the hell you're supposed to be doing, but yet they have you trying to sign paperwork and shit. All I know is that whatever, or right. You get in trouble for something that is stupid, that is minuscule, or you get in trouble for something that you didn't even know, right? Because again, you're off doing your job, but yet they expect you to be doing everyone else's job at the same time. And, well, you're supposed to be doing this, and we're a team. You're supposed to be helping everyone out. And if they did this wrong, this is your fault. And that's not even if you're, their, manager or whatever, right? You're just supposed to be wiping everybody's ass, right? Taking care of everyone like you're the fucking babysitter. No, like, I'm doing my own shit. I do enough of their shit on a daily within my shifts already. But you can't write me up because, you randomly found, a washcloth, right? The rag on the counter, and maybe I happen to be in the kitchen, so you just blame me and think that I did it. Because maybe, let's say I'm the main cashier, right? I have nothing to do with what's in the kitchen. I just happen to come back in here to get some ice cubes or to get some ketchup packets or whatever. Get in, get out, right? I'm out. But because you happen to catch me right-handed, right? You see me standing next to this rag that's improper sanitation, or what, you see a nasty glove on the counter, again, right? Just the nitty-gritty stuff. You get in trouble and you get barked at shit. You get barked at for no reason. It's just, this is the nitty gritty. This is why I double ask. This is why I look for confirmation, because that ensures some kind of security, right? I'm not saying the company will be completely honest with you, right? Maybe they tell you about a certain policy, but they don't tell you, well, actually, in a couple more weeks, this policy is going to change, right? But they don't tell you about it until maybe when you really, really needed to know about it, right? When your ass is in a jam, right? Especially when it comes to your money, right? Or time off you're allowed to have, or whatever. Clocking in and clocking out policies, right? All I know is that, yeah, man, it's the nitty gritty shit. So I'm sitting here, confused as hell, because here I am, and I don't even know what to do. I'm sitting here filling out paperwork. I'm like, oh, damn, like, I don't want to sign myself up for a job that I'm not even, know what I'm saying? Like, that I'm not even officially... Because, like, he was talking about different wages and completely different duties. He said I was going to be overseeing, everyone else, and I was going to be filing paperwork and handling calls and things like that, and some maintenance kind of stuff, like, sanitary stuff, and also, what else did he say? Checking up on sanitation of all the workers, making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, wearing what they're supposed to be wearing, right? No too loose jeans, wearing hairnet, stuff like that, and that they're also, like that the freezer is kept at a certain temperature, things like that. That's exactly what he fucking said. It's not, well, maybe he thought you were someone else, or maybe he just, made a mistake. No, this is the whole fucking interview he's talking about this shit. I told him, hello, this is my name. I even asked his ass. There's no mistake of maybe he thought you're someone. No. There's not supposed to be anyone else when I'm the one sitting right in front of you, right, for this fucking interview. Besides, that, again, sloppy ass management. You're the manager and you don't even know, one, who the hell you're interviewing, or two, what you're really interviewing them for. Right? That's sloppy management. Now, I'm going to tell you, though, yeah, I even asked him specifically, right? This is at the interview. I asked him, so you saw my application, you saw my resume, right? And he said, yes, he nodded and everything. He's like, yeah, I did. And I also gave him a copy of my resume before I left, right? That's why I went and printed out all the extra copies like I did. As extras or whatever. But, obviously, right? So I can hand them out to other jobs and, interviewers and things like that. But apparently I'm going to have to finish filling out the paperwork, because I don't have my social security card and things like that. And again, sloppy management. Now, on the phone, again, this is him. He's trying to hurry up and hang up. This is me. I'm asking all the nitty-gritty, in-depth questions, right? I asked, okay, so this is indeed an official training day. He said, yep. I said, okay, I'm going to be filling out official paperwork too, right? Stating that, blah, 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 blank, 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 dot, 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 whatever you want to say, exclamation point, etc., whatever, right? The nitty-gritty. I'm going to be filling out official paperwork saying that I'm going to be working for you. I'm going to be an employee. He said, yes. I said, okay. Is there any, before he was getting ready to hang up, so he was ready to go. I said, okay, is there any, do I have to dress a certain way? Is there any dress attire specific? He said, yeah, wear, hang on. He said, wear, all black, right, pants, no jeans, non-slip shoes, all black. That's basically it. And I already knew from the interview, don't wear, any watches, no earrings, things like that. Again, because I fucking pay attention, okay? Damn. He said that's another quality about me. He could already tell, right? Because I came there with a notebook filled with questions, right? Asking. He said, okay, damn. Well, he didn't say that, but, he's like, okay, I like this. I like that you're, it's like you're interviewing me. I like that. That's a nice quality. Don't lose that. And again, I know you're going to be great for this job. That's why I want you for this job. And, he acted like he was bumping me up to a completely higher position than what I applied for, right? Even today, the lady in my face, she said, yeah, there's opportunities for, to move up and to do a different official job. But she also hinted, oh, yeah, well, everyone does basically, the same duties anyway, eventually over time, right? Maybe you're an official dishwasher, but eventually we have you, chopping food prep, things like that. Maybe we have you, doing this, doing that. Yeah. And I get it, right? Again, that's how they give you the slip. Because when they put team member, they can basically make you do anything. It's no longer you're just a cashier, so you're just strictly bound to your cashier duties, or you're just a dishwasher. When they say team member, right? Dishwasher / team member, your main duties may happen to be, most of the time, dishwasher, right? Just washing dishes. Or food prep, just chopping up this or cooking that. But, they can also pull your ass and make you take out the trash and, trash, I guess that's more minuscule, right? Minimal. I'd say just about anyone can do that. There's not an official job just for that, though, I don't think. I'm saying, they can pull you if you're a dishwasher, they can pull you and have you be a cashier. Like, they can train you for that. I remember at Moe's, right? I was a cashier, but they tried to train me for doing hot stuff. You know, cooking the chicken, chopping up the chicken and stuff like that. Wrapping, making the burritos and stuff like that. Actually, like, you know, listening to customer what they want. Actually, you know, making it. They put me on charge of being, they said they were going to train me for being cold, right? Handling lettuce and tomatoes, things like that. As well as being the food prep, stuff like that. So, yeah. I remember, like I said, they hired so many people for the one shift, though. Like a cashier, the simple cashier shift, like 2 to 5, something like that. Or 12 to 5, I'll say that. They'd have like 3 or 4 different people show up when I was already supposed to be on my schedule, right? That's what it fucking says. I'm working this shift from these hours. From this to that point, you know? Then they'd be like, oh, yeah, we did. Okay, well, we have 2 people. Okay, dang. Okay, we just had a 3rd person show up for cashier. Oh, God, this is really confusing. Hey, John, why don't you hop off? Why don't you get onto drinks? So I'd be standing there at the little drink Coke machine, right? You press the button and it dispenses the drinks and ice. I'd be standing there taking drinks for all my fucking hours. Standing for hours just doing that, right? Got a little bit boring, but I credited myself. I'm like, hell, at least it's not, you know, trying to keep up with like all the orders, right? Sometimes you would have 18 people jump in line, and they're a family, right? It's a reunion, all wanting like 20, 40 different burritos, and you have to keep up with that shit. And it was inside of a mall, right? So the store wasn't like a big Moe's store. It was within a mall, like the food court. So the counter, right, the space, I know I'm talking about something else, but the counter, like the space for Moe's, that was like scrunched up, right? So when you had like 40 orders filling up, you know, 8 different orders, 10 different orders, whatever. Like I said, 'cause people would bunch together, you know, people would pay for other people and, you know, stuff like this. And it was like, And then they had different specials that they had, like Tuesday, I think, veterans ate free, or I don't know, whatever, something like that. No, kids ate free, something like that, you know. And also, sloppy management. People didn't tell me when, because like on a certain day, Thursday, let's say like a certain burrito would be like 15% off. No one would tell me that shit. So I'd be ringing up full price, right? And then the customer, if they, you know, happen to know about that, you know, they'd be in my face, hey, where's my discount, right? Or when I'm ringing up the order, right, and they see damn well what the fucking price is. They see there's no 8% off, 15, 25% off. No, they see what the fucking price is. And they pay it. They go on paying happily. Again, this is the customer that knows there's a 10% off, you know, discharge, all right? Because they work in the mall or something like that, or because, you know, they had their kids, or because they brought a friend. I don't know, whatever, right? They swipe their card. Okay, $36.95. Okay, that's great. Swipe their card. They go on, right? Grab the shit and they go on. Then they come back 2 minutes later, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever. When we'd really be swamped, having 40 people, you know, a line all the way out to here, extending way out past them all, right? So that's a bad time to come, right? Because I'm already swamped. I'm already busy. I don't need some person getting in my face. Excuse me, this is a wrong order. I don't need that, honey. You're holding up the line and you're crowding things from me, right? And also you're making me look bad because, you know. But that gets me to my second point. And this is, again, the shit that happens at jobs. Like, people don't recognize it's stressful. It's a lot of shit. You deal with customers and you also deal with coworkers, too. And sloppy-ass management. Fuck. All I know is that, yeah, when the manager be standing right behind me or whatever, trying to watch over me, whether it's because I was, you know, still a newbie, like a couple of days, or maybe even just a month new, right? Manager, whatever, would be around, and then that person would come up, right? Then they decide to come up and be like, excuse me, yeah, I didn't order this. Or when, in fact, they did. They specifically tell, yeah, I want this, and then they go back and say, I didn't order this sauce on my burrito, or I ordered an extra, you know, drink, when in reality, they never said that, right? And I know sometimes, well, the customer's always right. No, fuck that. I know so many times, like I said, it makes you look bad when the manager's right there, because it's like, now the manager's looking at you like you're overcharging people, and they want to try to stand over you the whole shift, humiliating you, and, you know, stuff like that. It's just, you know, like, you can't do your job, or they want to try to deduct you of pay or something. I don't know, for that 1 or 2 mistakes that you made. Mistakes, right? Like I said, have the people who say, oh yeah, I ordered an extra drink, when you damn well heard them say they only wanted 2 drinks. That's all they said. And they come back to, yeah, I ordered this and you didn't include it. And then now your ass is looking, you know, like a fool, right? Whatever. Or they say, oh, I wanted this sauce when they said that they wanted the other one. Right? You didn't say that the first time. Now, I look like a jackass, but all I know is that, yeah, this lady is in my face talking about, you know, a different position. And like I said, I'm sitting here confused. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how I feel about filling out paperwork for something and signing up to have a job with you guys if indeed what I was told is something completely different about wages and hours and things like that, and especially my duties, because he was talking about completely different shit. Not just, oh, well, you have to start today, what they told me, the lady and also the fucking manager who, whatever, interviewed me. He said, well, everyone starts out as food prep in the kitchen, and you can move up eventually over time. I mean, there's opportunity. No, fool. No, that's not even on the same tangent as what you fucking were talking to me about. Again, I didn't mention anything about being a, team shift leader. That came out of his mouth. He's the first one who brought that up. That was random as hell. I'm sitting here like, okay, well, what's going on? Okay, I guess you want to bump me up to this position. Great. Right? And I remember even sitting down, right, talking with me, he said the pay was $9 an hour. I even said that in my last video. But now today when I go and double check and ask him, which he had taken forever to finally bring his ass over, because apparently he had a conference call and he was busy. Alright. I get that. But you mean to tell me when I'm sitting down right here the day of filling out fucking paperwork, when I have questions, you can't bring your ass over and tell me what the hell I'm supposed to be applying for? I'm too busy. I did it. No. Fuck that. You better get your ass over here. Because you know what I'm saying? It's sloppy management. You can't have me sign up for a job or, try to force shit on me or whatever, or try to mislead me, and then I expect me to have questions. Then when I have questions, you want to try to blow me off and push me off and act like you're busy, or then you want to suddenly get busy, right? And, oh, I can't talk to you, but maybe, you can give me a call a couple weeks, from today. No. If I'm supposed to be having this job pretty soon, I need to understand. I need to know the answers now of what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. Today I was just confusing as hell. Even getting over here, my GPS wanted to keep, unfortunately Maps has stopped, right? In the middle of while I'm driving. I don't know how to get here. I'm going to write down the official directions to this place because, look, I finally got a job around where I live. I have a steady, somewhat, thing going on. It's only like 12 minutes from my place. It seems okay. I even told that lady, like, I'm not complaining about this. I'm a little confused. I don't mind being with food prep. It's even on my resume that I have before, and I have, for a little bit. I had like my first full night of being prepped, and I was fucking fired because, you didn't fill up the potatoes all the way up to this line. Then, right, the next time she'd be, you fill up the potatoes too much. What the fuck? Make up your mind. Like, these nitty gritty ass, strict, tight, on my ass rules that don't mean shit. Anyway, that's how it was. But, yeah. He saw my resume, he obviously liked it, right? But then he pulls me in there talking about something completely different. Like I said, even in the interview, he talked about $9 per hour. But then today, when I finally get him, like I said, he was taking his time. He was like, I'm busy and I'm da-da-da, right? I finally, bump into his ass when I'm getting ready to actually leave. Because I just figured, okay, well, I can just call him and I guess ask, but I don't know. Apparently, he's two different people because I talked to two different people. He apparently talked to two different versions of me. I don't understand why he would talk about this and offer me this and talk about different duties. Completely fucking different duties, too. And different, the pay isn't that much different. Because, like I said, when he stopped goofing around, when I finally bumped into him, he was like, okay, just sit down and have a talk with me because apparently there's confusion. I said, yeah, I'm a little confused. He said, okay, well, yeah, you're going to be doing this. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the hell? Why did you... I don't mind doing it. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just rather you not try to sucker me in and get here. He said, because again, I remind you, before he said it was $9. Apparently that was for a whole different position. Right? I even asked the official crew lady herself. I had a hunch you're not supposed to do this, but hell, like I said, this was during when I'm sitting there with her trying to fill out this paperwork. Again, this is when I'm confused because I start to see, okay, well, she's talking about something different, so what the hell is going on, right? I come in here for this, and then it's something different. I ask her, okay, right? Because like I said, I don't mind being the food prep, but again, I have to make sure that the wage is going to be certain, right? Because a certain amount, because a job is a job, right? It's going to suck and whatever, but you do it for, the money, something to get you by. Or if you happen to be that one weird person who gets a job because you're just bored, fine. Get life experience and all that crap. But all I know is that, yeah, if you didn't want the job for the money, you would have gone in for an internship, right? That's why people have jobs. That's why they mainly get a job, because it produces a source of income, a source of money. Not a lot, right? These grimy jobs of today, but, yeah, man, all I know is that, yeah, it has to do with money, so that's why I ask, right? Again, it's a job, not an internship. The money's gonna matter. So I even asked her, I said, okay. In my head, I'm like, okay, so if this is a completely different position, let me see how much this pays. So I asked her, I had a hunch you're not supposed to do this, right? I've heard it's bad to do this. I've heard it's, oh, well, that's personal, and that's confidential, and that's offensive to ask them. Oh, fuck it. Like, I'm supposed to be working this position. I need to know how much I'm going to be making. Understand? I can't sign paperwork for you fucks when it's completely different, right? You just expect me to just, oh, yes, master, right? Just mindlessly Illuminati shit, like mindlessly, like, abide and buy. No, fuck that. Fuck that. But all I know is that I asked her, okay, so how much do you make? Like, how much does this position pay? She said, I can't tell you that, I can't, that's kind of, I said, okay, well, sorry, excuse me, I just, I'm a little bit curious because I had to know. Anyway, yeah, I have to finish the rest of the paperwork because, like I said, sloppy management, he didn't tell me this shit. I'm the one who had to bring up certain questions. That includes how I'm supposed to dress. Again, he said this is a training day. That means you're supposed to be taking over, you're supposed to be doing certain duties of your job, right? Not filling out paperwork and just filling out paperwork. He said I'll be doing filling out paperwork as well, but also it was a training day. I asked him as a backup. This is why I asked the nitty-gritty. This is why I ask a couple times in a different way for reassurance. Does this mean I can do X, Y, and Z? Does this mean da-da-da-da-da? Okay, so I'm going to do da-da-da-da. Is this okay? You said earlier that da-da-da-da-da is this. Does this count for da-da-da-da? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make a song. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make a song here. Because really, like, I need to know. I need to know. But I'm going to tell you, even on the phone, like I said, he didn't talk to me about official dress attire. He made it seem like it was a training day. So, again, in my head, I'm like, okay, so it's a training day. That means that, I'm going to have to dress a certain way. So I asked him, so is there a certain dress attire? He said, yeah, okay, so you'd have to wear this. Like I said, if you're the manager, you're supposed to be helping me out. I'm not supposed to be coming to you because I'm not always going to guess shit right. I'm not always going to propose the right shit to ask you or to say. You need to tell me, you need to lay it down. He couldn't even do that. And apparently he failed pretty big, miserably. And now I'm failing pretty miserably because of what he failed on. Again, shit he didn't sell me. I'm going to be filling out official paperwork. Okay, so I made sure to bring my license, right? Made sure to bring questions, my notebook and everything that I would have and things like that. My schedule, just in case you need to look at it again. My schedule for college and things like that, classes. Yeah, I was filling out paperwork and the lady, I could tell she was getting frustrated at me because I kept asking questions and she was like, oh, I have to get back to work. Again, like training days and shit. Like, this isn't an official training day. Like I said, I didn't get paid. For that. Like, I thought it was a little bit weird, even on the phone, right? I'm thinking in my head, like, how was it a training day? But yet, like, you're just kind of throwing me into the mix because, I haven't filled out any paperwork, but yet it's supposed to be a training day. Like, I'm supposed to be, again, wearing non-slip shoes. This is me wearing the non-slip shoes, right? You got the grip and everything, whatever. This is all official, right? The black pants and the, I just know that I fucking tried, but because he failed on his part, right? He didn't tell me X, Y. He didn't tell me X, Y, and Z, so I failed on A, B, and C. This is what I mean. Hold up. I'm filling out paperwork, and lady's getting frustrated at me because, you know, she doesn't understand what the hell the problem is. She's like, okay, so on the application you applied for food prep, right? I said, yes, that's what it said, you know. And I was even happy when I was filling out the application. I'm like, okay, this is satisfactory to me. I'm fine. I can take this. Like I said, even in my head, when I'm doing this, filling out the paperwork and asking questions, I'm like, okay, lady, I need you to understand. It's not that I'm unhappy. It's not that I can't do the job. I'm not unsatisfied. It's just, I don't mind doing this. I don't mind getting a feel for the job. You give me a job, I can do it, you know. It depends on what it is, you know, to a certain degree. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm fine with it. Especially if I'm going to be getting money. Like I said, if I didn't want money, I wouldn't be getting a job. I would get an internship or some kind of volunteer stuff, you know. But I'm obviously okay with the whole labor, you know, laboring process and things like that. And, you know, indentured servant crap, I guess, if you want to call it that. Whatever, you know, whatever you want to call it, right? Enslavement. However you think of, you know, the working class and laboring systems and things like that. Whatever. All I know is that I'm fine with it. At least give me the job. Tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. And if it's to my standards, my degree, I can do it. Clean cut, no problem. I just don't like the deception. He talked about something completely different. Now, the wage, as far as today, like I said, when he finally brought his ass over here, you know, so I was waiting. Like I said, I didn't want to fill out any more paperwork until I knew exactly what was going on and how much of a wage gap difference there was going to be. You understand? And the different hours, and, you know, I was going to have to show up and things like that. Different duties, right? How many different things I'd be doing. Even him himself later on, he said, oh yeah, well, team shift person, they mainly show up like 8. You know, the outside crew, they show up like 8, maybe 9. But the food people, right, the kitchen people, they show up like 5. So I'm sitting here like, okay, so which one am I? You know, because again, he didn't give me a definite answer. I'm sitting here having to do, you know, 10 times as much work. Give me the runaround. It's like, what's going on? Can you just give me yes or no? I just asked you plainly, what's up? What's going on? But he's off looking off. Yeah, it's, you know, pretty simple. I said, okay, what's pretty simple? He said, you know, well, you're going to be, you know, doing the, I said, okay, well, so am I this or am I that? Like, which one am I doing? Right? Because you said something different last time. And then he suddenly got a phone call, and he pulled out his phone. He's like, oh, okay, I got to take this call. Hang on a minute. I got to take this call. Can I take this call? He's sitting there looking up at me, and I'm like, I'm nodding my head. Because this point, I'm a little bit pissed. I'm steaming from the inside, but I'm just like, you know what, this is going to be my boss, so let me just not say shit. But already I can tell, sloppy management, grimy ass job, you know, environment and aura, right? Presence, energy, right? Whatever you want to call it. He said, alright, so, yeah, he's on the phone call, and he's joking and laughing about, you know, shit, like, you know, oh, you know, you sound better when you're sitting down versus when you're running, and I'm like, what? You know, anyway, all I know is that these are actual quotes, not just made up shit. But anyway, I'm sitting there, like I said, I'm like, you know, he's taking like, this is 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I've been talking on the phone like 7 minutes. I'm still sitting there, right, with questions. And anyway, he said, oh yeah, he finally said, okay, well, I have a person sitting in front of me, so I have to talk to you later. I'm sitting here like, okay, fuck. Some time wasted, because like, right, like I know he has to get back to work to whatever, you know, because he pulled me to the side. He's like, okay, well, let's have a minute talk. And he's already shown me he kind of blows you off, and he doesn't really answer things thoroughly anyway. So I'm like, damn, okay, so he just sat here for 10 minutes or whatever, right? So is he gonna like ditch me now? Because he spent all that time on the phone most of the time. He's like, okay, yeah, so anyway, he's trying to hurry up and get up and leave. I'm like, okay, so I have a question. You know, when will the schedules be sent out, right? Because now I'm on board with, okay, I guess I'm a food prep, right? I'm getting that drilled into my head. I'm like, okay, I can work with that. That's fine. That's satisfactory to me. I don't mind that, right? Tell me what I'm going to be doing. If it's fine, it's fine. I don't mind it, right? He's like, oh, well, I can't answer any questions like that. You know, I have to hurry up and get back to work. You know, I have to take this call, whatever. I'm like, again, you can't just hit me up with quick answer right away. They're sent out, they're sent out on Wednesday. Okay, at what time? At 2 o'clock. All right, good. And then, like, we go on our way, like, again, cut, clean, done. He couldn't even do that. Pardon me. Sorry about that little weird voice crack. Done? Anyway. Yeah. It was a lot. Now, I asked him about the wage, right? Because, again, obviously, this is different status, different duty. And I said I'm not a fool. Well, I'm sitting there thinking I'm not a fool, right? You guys slap on the team member shit so you can have everyone basically pick up the slack and do a bunch of different things, and you can save money, right? And save on different wages, things like that, right? Save on positions, right? Because if you have staff of 12 who know how to do each other's jobs, then everyone can kind of, if someone calls out, there's always like an extra supply of people who can, basically when someone taps out, they can fill that position, right? They can fill that spot because they're a team member. You can train them for a bunch of different things, right? You don't have to hire 3 or 4 or 7 different kinds of people to one task, right? Because the more people you have, right, the more you have to pay, and, the more health insurance, things like that, and the more benefits you're kind of, supposed to, qualify them for and give them and extend to them, right? Grimy jobs don't like handouts, right? Especially ones with underground shit that try to play you. But all I know is that, like, this shit was fucking ridiculous. But all I know is that, yeah. So they'd rather just hire a bunch of people that, a certain amount of people, so they don't have to, Anyway. All I know is that, yeah. I asked him what the wage is going to be, because obviously it's a different job. He said $8.50. Again, that's not much different, right? I have $8.50 right now. The bonus is about this is it seems like I'd be working longer hours. I'd be working a hell of a lot more. Now, I did ask the other lady, when the schedules are sent out. Like I said, because he didn't even do me that much. He sat down, basically said a few things, stuttered and mumbled around. He didn't really give me a straight fucking answer. Then he had a phone call, so he sat there for 7 minutes talking and shit, about butterflies and whatever. He didn't even answer my quick, simple, hit-it-up question, right? He's like, oh, I have to take this call. I have to hurry up and take this call. I gotta go. Fuck. Another one of those managers who just blow you off, who toss you out in the ring, right? Who toss you out in a position they know you don't fully know how to do, right? They give you 2 minutes of training, right? Like on these touch screens they have nowadays, not the old-fashioned cash registers and stuff with the buttons, but, touch screens, right? They say, okay, this button means this is that, this. They talk all fast and try to bump everything. Okay, good. Okay, here's the lunch rush. They throw you out, right? Here's the lunch rush. Have a good one, right? And they slink back into the office to go and watch videos and eat a bunch of fucking cookies. Like, I've had managers like that before. It's like, fuck, right? Sneaking food, sneaking pieces of chicken and all that shit. Because I used to work at KFC. But then there's this whole rule about you're not supposed to do that, right? You're not supposed to do that. So, it's kind of like anyone's supposed to do that. Oh, well, I'm the manager, and, I've been working I've been here since, they're just making some shit since 9 in the morning, and eating the chicken leg, right? Anyway. Then I asked, okay, well, I'm hurting, right? Let's say, like, I was, like, on my period, whatever, my back was hurting a lot. I'd be standing on my feet for a few hours already. I asked, okay, so can I go ahead and just take a break, 20-minute break? I don't need the full fucking 30-minute break. Just let me take a 5-8-minute break. I just need to sit down. My feet are feeling really weird right now. I've been standing for hours. I get it. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Whatever. They'd be like, when did you get here? I tell them, they'd be like, oh, let's wait like another 2-3 hours, right? Haven't been here long enough. Meanwhile, they're in the back eating my chicken leg. Anyway. All I know is that, yeah, man. It was something, Again, in my head, I'm sitting here thinking, like, okay, fool, why didn't you just tell me that? Why didn't you tell me it was $8.50? Why didn't you tell me it was this job, this job, this job? Like, why did you throw out this other, thing that, anyway, whatever. He said, well, it wasn't even him. I'm sorry. It was the other lady. She said, yeah, well, there are opportunities to move up to be a crew leader, right? Team shift leader, whatever the hell you want to call it. But, I mean, everyone starts out as food prep, and we just kind of have to see where you're at and if that's going to be a good fit. I mean, I get that. Fuck. I understand all that, but y'all need to tell me before you just, At least tell me before you just, you know what I'm saying, like, before you just automatically have shit done for me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. Ugh. All I know is that it was just a lot, and I was uncomfortable at certain points. Like I said, I didn't want to foul anymore until I was told exactly what I was going to be doing, and no one seemed to want to get to the point and tell me that, right? I'm sorry, there's like a bunch of ants getting in here now, like, hang on. One ant right here, trying to do that. Okay, he fell. I don't know where he is, but anyway. I just know I better not get a bite mark. Yeah, man, it was a lot, you know, and she's sitting there with me getting frustrated. She's like, you know, what the hell's the problem? Fill out the damn paperwork, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I couldn't finish it. Apparently, though, I'm going to tell you, it's not bad. It's only a 50-cent reduction from the 9-hour pay. Apparently, you know, I assume I'm going to be working more hours, right? Food prep seems good. She basically made it seem like the downside is she made it seem like there aren't any fucking breaks available. Like, she was like, yeah, well, we don't work like that. We don't work like, you know, breaks and, you know, certain way. No, we work like you show up and you have a certain amount of things to get done, right? Things to prep. You show up, you do it, and then you leave. That's basically it. There isn't breaks. And I'm like, aren't breaks? Yeah, that's something I have to ask in depth, because I don't know how I feel about that. She said, yeah, well, North Carolina doesn't require you to have breaks. That's what she said. They don't require you. I never heard that, right? Seems a little bit weird. I've heard plenty of times you're supposed to have a break. Yeah. So, yeah. All I know is that, yeah, man. Number one, my phone's getting hot because I've been recording for a while, and I'm hot too because, you know, rolled up the windows. Like I said, some ants were getting in here, and yeah, man. I'm cool with it. It's just a 50-cent reduction. Apparently, there aren't any breaks. I have to double check with that because I don't know how that's gonna fly. You know, and apparently, you know, it's not like a certain amount of time you have to get things done. It's basically at your own pace. So there are people who get things done in 2 hours. There are people who are slower, you know, so fine. Hell, maybe I can lag, right, and waste time. I used to do that at like my other jobs, right? I know sometimes, like I said, at Moe's especially, KFC, I think a couple times, they just randomly clock you out, right? Maybe, you know, they tell you, okay, put in your social security, well, you know, put in your input number, whatever, your clocking in number, clocking out number. And the managers, even coworkers, be standing right there beside you, watching you do this stuff, and just watching, and just, I'm like, I was a little uncomfortable because not only were those last 4 numbers of my social, but also it's like, I don't want you guys memorizing this because I didn't need the managers to know how to clock me in and clock me out, and that's eventually what ended up happening. I'd be doing a job, washing dishes and whatever, 20 minutes goes by and someone pops in, hey, you know, you can go ahead and go home now. I already clocked you out, you know, or anyway, they'd be like, yeah, you can go home. I'd be like, okay, good. I'd wipe my hands off, get ready to go, take off the apron, the hairnet, whatever I was wearing. I'd go to clock it, they say, oh, no, you know, I already clocked you out. And I'd be like, I'll stop in my tracks, but like, when did you do that? Like, oh, you know, a couple minutes ago. I said, okay, no, like, exactly how long ago? Like, 2 minutes? Yeah, it was 2 minutes. Yeah. I'm saying, like, fool, it better not have been no 10, 15 minutes ago. Shit, that's why I don't need you guys standing behind me and learning my number and shit. I don't know, stop. Stop the sleazy shit. Like, that's not a good amount of privacy. That doesn't make me feel very trustworthy of any of you, because I don't know what the hell you want. I don't know. Like, I don't know what you're doing. And especially after that stuff. Like, that happened a couple times. And I'm just like, what the hell? Don't do that. Don't clock me out without my knowledge. Well, I'm the manager, and I wouldn't have done this if it wasn't in good intent. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I ever said that to them, but I'm just saying, like, that's how I was feeling. That's what I was thinking. They probably tell it, right? Because I was a little bit standoffish. I was like, okay, you know, well, thanks. You know, I guess trying to be decent and polite when inside I'm really steaming and I'm pissed. Because don't take advantage like that. Sleazy stuff. Trying to save money and get over on me. Shit, when you had me stay back and work overtime, right? Doing someone else's job, right? Washing extra dishes, you know what I'm saying? Pull me out from what I'm supposed to be doing, which is the main cashier job or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you had me in the back as the cook or as the food prep when that's not my official title. Am I getting paid extra for that shit? No, I'm not. But since you slap on team member, you make me qualified for anything, right? Saving money. I'm telling you, these are the tactics. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get on board with it. Anyway, yeah, man, I know that I finally got somewhat of answers, but apparently, like I said, because he didn't tell me thoroughly enough on the phone what I had to bring, what I really had to wear. I had to ask all that shit. I brought my license for documentation. I brought my schedule for documentation. Future college schedule. I even told them in the future I'm going to be moving soon. In just a few weeks, they said, okay, we'll bring this, and this. I said, okay. I wrote down a lot of things what I needed, right? Now, the one thing I didn't bring here today, right? Got all dressed up because, I asked blank, blank. He said blank, blank, blank. I said, okay, great. Here I am following directions, being a good little fucker. And, I'm good for it. I'm good for the job already. Fuck. Following every little detail. Alright, you want my shirt tucked in? I'll tuck in the shirt. You want my hair a certain way? I'll do my hair. You want me here at a certain time? I sped on the way over here. Because, like I said, my GPS, I was doing 100 on the fucking freeway. Right? Because, the GPS kept, rerouting and stuff like that. Rerouting, however you want to say it, right? And kept cutting off and turning back on. And it just, yeah. So I sped over here trying to make time before it would cut off again or before the phone would try to malfunction or whatever. Finally made it here. Exactly on time. And that was quite a miracle, like I said, but it was a crazy morning. I ended up almost being late because, again, of some inconvenience only to get here and have another inconvenience. But filling out the paperwork, I have to finish it because, he didn't tell me, oh, yeah, bring your social security card and bring this and bring that, and you have to do this and you have to bring this certification showing this. He didn't tell me that. So now bring bank statements of this and, deposit forms and this and that. Yeah, he didn't tell me that. Even in the interview, I was asking, okay, so how often are you paid? And he said, okay, this day. I said, okay, so how are you paid? He said, by check or direct deposit. But hey, we'll get to all this stuff, later. But just give me a call around Tuesday or whatever and tell me your schedule. That's why I was supposed to be calling him Tuesday. I called him Tuesday. I did this past Tuesday. I called him Tuesday. He said, okay, good. I know your schedule now. So, stop by this Friday. Today's Friday. July the 1st. Right? It's 7. I said 7, o'clock or a.m. He said a.m. We do everything in the morning. Again, these are specifications. You need to let me know. Right? Don't just say 7. Well, 7. Don't just say, bring the form. What form? Don't just say, wear this color. What type of shoes you want me to wear? You know what I'm saying? Fuck. Give me specifics. Because then you want to be on my ass when it's not a specific way. Or you're looking at me a certain way. Right? And I'm the one who's trying to get this job. Get this paper. Better yet. Because that's really what I'm doing it for. It's not just to have a job. For the experience. No. I'm doing this for some sort of stability. Anyway, I'm kind of still excited. This new job. I'm kind of excited to get in here and see what the job holds. And like I said, apparently it's at my own pace. No fucking breaks. I don't know how that's supposed to work. I don't know if I'm allowed to have a bottle of water with me. Listen to music like earplugs. I don't know. Well, I'm chopping stuff and washing dishes. I don't know, but I do know that isn't what I signed up for. It is, ironically, on the application, right? Like I said, but this isn't what I really agreed to, and it was confusing. That was the holdup a lot, and I kept wanting to call him over and have him explain stuff to me, because he's the one who talks to me, the first time, you understand? But then he was acting like he couldn't come over, and he's just, oh, well, I'm doing something right now, and he taking 45 minutes to actually get his ass over here. And I happened to randomly bump into him, too, so if it wasn't for that random, bump in, right? Yeah, man, I would have had to try to call him and hassle him because he wouldn't have picked up the phone, probably. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I'm busy and Anyway, so I have to bring these forms back as soon as possible, right? So I have to drive back down here another fucking day, alright? I don't have the SSN card right now. I don't think so. All I know is that was a lot of bullshit. I could have had at least had everything done, filled all the paperwork, so I don't have to come back down here and had an official schedule laid out again. So this is more time that the fucking job is delayed. I need this fucking money to start rolling in. I need to start, right? No, this is more of a setback because now, well, you didn't have this form, you just and you done. Okay, fuck you. Like I said, just nitty gritty stuff. And also, he told me again this was an official training day. That's why I came dressed like this. It's hot outside. It's hot in this damn car right now. I wouldn't have worn black pants and black shoes and all this other stuff if, in fact, it wasn't to be a good old boy, right? Doing exactly what I was told. But, turns out this wasn't even a training day. I asked, okay, so am I going to get, pay for how much time it's taken to fill out this paperwork? Now, right now, it is 10:05, right? But yeah, it was 9 o'clock basically when I finished, and, I didn't get paid for those 2 hours sitting there, filling out this and going over this and asking, no. He told me this is a train day, or, it's a kind of generality what train days means. That means you're going to, start doing this, you're going to start learning the job, you're going to be paid for it. He said even in the interview, all train days are paid for, right? Why would you lie to me and tell me that, this day is this and this is that, but when it's really not? Yeah, so that was a lot of bullshit. But, yeah, man, that's all I have. I'm just gonna get this form, and now I have to try to race back here and, ASAP, right? And try to, this job is put off even more, right? Try to get things started, for this job. Because if you're paid every 2 weeks, fine. Twice a month, basically. Fine. I need about 200 more bucks, at least with what I have to get me 300 something, close to 400, because I need 540, I need this money. My mom said, I can pay like the half of your rent or something like that. I don't even want that though. I don't want my mom to do that. This is me. I want to do this. I was ready and able to do this for myself and make my own way and struggle on my own and all this stuff, make my own way. And I don't want to put that burden on my mom. This isn't my mom's place, right? This is my place. I want to take this in my own hands. I'm ready to start carving my pathway. I'm ready for that. Right? I'm ready to put in the time. Plus, my mom, how she acts sometimes, I don't need her trying to guilt trip me and, well, this is what I done for you. And I guess if you're not great, I guess if you don't want to dress how I want you to dress, right, in my house, I guess, you can just get out. Or I guess, but I guess I just won't pay this anymore. I guess, I'll just stop paying the car insurance or what, even though it was me who was, paying the car insurance monthly. I'm just saying, I guess I'll just take your name off the insurance thing or something. It's like, the fuck? This blackmail shit. But anyway, I just don't need this to be anything else she holds over my head. Well, I'm the one whose name is on the thing anyway. Or, I'm the one who paid the half of the rent to get you in that. I don't need that, It's just more for her to piss me off with, and just more of a wall distance that's put in between me and my mother. I'm sick of that shit. It's been going on for years now. I'm tired of it. I don't want that shit there. I'm not saying that she does either, but fuck. It just, anyway. Yeah, it's there. Because of ridiculous shit. But all I know is, it's never because of any problems that I go out to willingly create. But I do know that, yeah, man, it's hot, and I'm really getting ready to be done this video. I'm ready to go and try to go on, I guess, to Wake Tech and try to ask about the IDs or something like that to get made. It's only 12 minutes away, I think, the drive right now, from where I'm at, so 12-15 minutes. I don't have that much gas, though. Again, this is more gas I'm going to have to put in to come back to this Back to this place, give them the forms that I should have given them today, finalized, all ready to go. But no, I couldn't do that because, you didn't tell me you're supposed to bring this and bring these forms and bring these slips and bring that. And, it wasn't for me asking and double checking on his ass, right? I wouldn't even have come like this today for the training day I was supposed to have. If indeed it was going to be a training day, I would have been in trouble. I wouldn't have brought the documentation that I did. I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have known specifically what 7 was, right? That's like saying, bring the form. What form? Wear the shirt. What color? What kind? What brand? Fuck! You know what I'm saying? Damn. Wear the hairstyle. My hairstyle? Wear the corporate hairstyle. So then I randomly start looking up like white people hairstyles. Anyway, all I know is that, because that is really, corporate. That is, what jobs want to say, right? Right? Yeah. Maybe your hair is like mine and you happen to have that one rare job where they're kind of slack on it. They're easy about it, but, yeah. Yeah. Wear the hairstyle. Bring the form. What form? What hairstyle? Fuck. Like, give me specifics, He didn't do that. But all I know is, wah. I feel like I'm just going to have to go on back home because there's not much more to do, It's just more time that this job is put off and, this is more time that's going to be taken because I'm sure they're going to take their time with making a schedule, right? For me, too. Since, we just got the paperwork on this day. Well, we just finalized the paperwork. Well, we just sent this over and it's going to take about 2 weeks, So now what am I going to do? I've been searching for months and months and months, right? To get a job after being fired randomly for no damn reason over some petty ass shit that just was up in the air, had nothing to do with, second time that shit happened. From a job that was going pretty well in the beginning until I started, just freaking out about shit. Oh yeah, well your tone, you're being very sarcastic and they said like you were calling them stupid. No, I never said that. Okay. Yeah, well they kind of felt like you were insinuating that. I don't give a damn about what they felt. Fuck. Are they gonna ask me how many times I blink? How many eyelashes I have? Like that is so irrelevant. Fuck. Anyway, but I couldn't tell them that though. I didn't tell them, like that anyway, right? Because I knew to play the role, right? Just be decent. But all I know is that, gone for months and months and months without a job and get a job, Chick-fil-A, right? And they promise, oh yeah, well, you're going to be working this much, you're going to have these events. They're also paid extra for in addition to the base pay. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. Hardly worked, right? Worked like maybe once every 2-3 weeks, maybe 4, right? And that's it. It's only like for maybe 2 hours, maybe 3, maybe. To get 16, maybe 24 bucks. And then here, I'm just saying, it's like already not like the best start with these people. And obviously they were annoyed with me because I'm sitting here actually asking questions, right? I'm not just, oh yeah, sure, blindly following. Giving them an easy, smooth time, but it's hot as hell. I'm out, yo. That's all I have. Fuck.